In the world of IoT sensors, one of the big questions is where will the energy come from? And to meet this need, there are supercapacitors. To find out more, I've been talking to Andreas and David from Ligna Energy. Hi David, it's great to see you here at Electronica 2024. We're at your stand for Ligna Energy. Now you're a startup up in Sweden. Just give us a quick insight as to what Ligna Energy is actually doing up there.
Yeah, so Ligna Energy, we are a spin-off from the Linköping University and their material science about organic and printed electronics. And we produce and make supercapacitors that are made from sustainable materials. So they contain, organic materials, and we try to be as safe as sustainable as possible. And we also make them ultra thin.
Mm-hmm. So what does, organic materials, it sounds very eco-friendly. What does that actually mean in reality for the electronics industry?
Well, it should mean a lot, I would say, because the electronic industries really need to focus more on sustainability. We create a lot of waste materials, and we should really try to do something about that. And that's a core value at Ligna Energy. Mm-hmm. If it's not sustainable, we will not use it in our products. So we tested and tried different kinds of electrolytes and materials to use in our supercaps, but we are really focused on that we want them to make them safe and sustainable.
Yeah. Now, in supercaps, obviously been around for a long time. I think most people will be aware of the large round supercaps. What's so special about the devices that you've manufactured, and what sort of companies are using those devices in what applications?
Since we print them really ultra thin, we focus on space constrained IoT applications, and it could be everything from like electronic shelf labels, active smart cards or asset trackers, but also in like smart building sensors where you need to slim down the devices.
So Andreas, you're responsible for the technical side of Ligna Energy's supercapacitors. One of the things I wanted to ask you about was the demo board you've got here at Electronica. Now, supercaps themselves, they're normally linked to an energy harvesting PMIC. You've got your demo board here. Which PMIC have you chosen, and how does that demo board work, and what other things are on there?
So we have built several demos for Electronica, and we have built a lot of battery-less IoT sensors. The PMICs we have used we have used one from Nexperia. PMICs in general, they are from a lot of the big semiconductor companies. There are many energy harvesting PMICs. So we built a project together with Nexperia, and it works really well. I can also mention we worked a lot with EPs. They are specialized in like this energy harvesting
technology.
Yeah.
And in terms of the energy harvesting source, so solar panels and solar cells are quite popular. Have you used a particular solar cell vendor?
We have the demos we built. We used Epishine, another Swedish company, but we also have talked with other PV makers such as Exeger and Dracula.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, I think there'll be people out there that have never used a supercapacitor before, and maybe contemplating combining a supercapacitor with energy harvesting. What sort of technical tips do you have for engineers that are approaching that application for the first time?
Yeah, I think you should look over the energy budget, and you need to consider if you use a PV cell that there will be darkness, and then there means no energy in. So think about the transmission rates, so you can survive long periods of darkness.
Okay.
That would be my advice.
Energy budgets are key.
Yeah.
Now, talking about energy budgets, we're talking about very, very low power consumptions, or in the microwatt range. What sort of development tools or energy measurement tools do you work with, and why?
We mainly use OTI from Koitec, and it's a measurement system, and it's actually built for measuring on this type of IoT applications. And it's really nice, and it's really nice if you have partners also working with the same systems, and you can send it back and forth.
Yeah. So share the data, share the measurements, and Yeah. Hopefully we'll work on the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there'll be some people watching that are interested in this particular type of technology and would maybe like to try it out, test it, maybe buy a few as prototypes. How can people get hold of your devices today, and what you're planning for the future?
Yeah. As of today, the easiest way to get a hold of them is to go to lignaenergy.com and order your own samples pack. But we are working together with a number of distributors, so they will be available in Europe and Asia and North America within the coming year. So by 2025, they will be available, and we're scaling up our production line at the moment.
Fantastic. Well, it's been great talking to you and the rest of the team here at Ligna Energy. We wish you all the success and hope some people drop by to take a look at your supercapacitors.
Thank you so much. It's been great talking with you.
If you've enjoyed my interviews with the movers and shakers from the deep tech industry, follow me, Stuart Cording, the electronics reporter.